it is said to grow the audience is to gain the sales. So you must grow your audience before you can make your sales. Basically, what this is saying is be known, be findable. And how do you be findable? Well, you have to put out content that you know, that you're competent in, and that you have done, so that whenever someone comes to you, you kind of give them the environment in which the environment of the frame of which they are speaking. Like, so when I can say, I can repeat people's words. Like, for instance, I listened to a Myron Golden interview, and now I can kind of mimic and just speak exactly what he said, right? So he was talking about, this is funny because it's like, I'll probably get it wrong too. So 70% of what he said. And talking about sales. So for instance, you want to get the people to make the presentation to themselves. You want to basically make it like play, which is awesome. And so he's talking about, he's like, you get them to say, so instead of saying, does that make sense? You tag onto that. So it's like, you say, does that make sense? Say yes. So all the people around them say yes. So, hey, I've got this really cool thing. The payoff is amazing. You'll love it. Does that make sense? Say yes. And so then they say yes. Boom. Or whenever we're connected, you get to fill in the blanks. Boom. Perfect. Awesome. Cheer. Energy. Boom. So I can say those things, but this is a Goodwill Hunting thing too, is I haven't been in that environment where I can describe it so detailed, like, oh, the sweat off my brow. Well, that's easy. It's like the situation. I haven't been in that environment where I've tasted, touched, and seen, and smelled and heard. Taste, touch, see, smell, heard. Yeah. And I haven't been in that environment, so it's like that when you're in there, then you can just live, because it's the experience of doing it, and that's when you're doing it. That's wisdom. That's what you're learning. And that's the essence of learning and doing and being findable. And so what the whole point of this is, and how do you find what to talk about? Well, when you have an audience, you have to speak, you have to serve them, not serve yourself. Because if you serve yourself, your ideas come from you, you make your things. And then you have to serve your people more than you serve yourself, right? So if you serve your people and you are aligned with them, then serving yourself will be more aligned in that. But you can't start off serving yourself, right? So what that means is they'll comment and they'll say a question, and when you take that question, and most of the hard thing when people do is record. Most of the interesting thing is when people are recording, they are more likely to fumble in how to speak to someone. So what I'm trying to say clearly is, when someone says a comment, they become your avatar. They are the person you are speaking to, like directly. So it's like, oh, Jimmy Flynn 63 commented, how am I gonna hit better? Well, Jimmy, this is how you hit better, right? And then that's the content that you're making. You're listening to, you're picking out the avatar, because that Jimmy has the same question as everybody else, most likely, right? And so that is the content that you're finding, and that is how you become findable, because you are serving the interest of others. And with that, you will be a blessing to many. So that's the goal.